Releases. You have a self-titled album, and then you have the Horrorcore for Tots album, which is you did for charity. You just released last December.
Yeah.
Let's speak on that one real quick. Like,
you want the Horrorcore for Tots?
Yeah. How did that come about? Like, when I first found out about y'all, I looked into it. I'm like, and I read on your Bandcamp what it was about. I'm like, dude, that's dope. Like, there's not enough people that like are putting out stuff like that just for charity.
Yeah. Well, because like what originally happened was Subject X and Ritual Suicide were supposed to be like free downloads for Halloween, and then the fucking week leading up to Halloween I got sick like a motherfucker, so I couldn't record because I didn't want shit sounding like shit. And then like we we're involved with Battle Axe and everything, and like the chapter that we're with, they like to like express a lot with like charity work. So we were like, well, maybe we could throw a show and donate everything to charity there, like have like one of those bring a toy you get in for free kind of things. And then like shit happened, and then we couldn't book the show in time, so we were like, alright, let's make a quick EP and then we'll fucking donate everything to Toys for Tots. And he was like, alright, and we recorded it and fucking mixed it up real quick and just put it out there.
Yeah, we did. I think we mixed that shit within like a week and a half or something like that. Taking away Subject X, which was done before Halloween, but we put them all together and just like dished it out, and
I mean, yeah, we wanted to like kind of like maybe like make a little bit of an appeal as like calling it Horrorcore for Tots, because it will be donated it. And then like,
and just so everybody knows, who hasn't heard the Horrorcore for Tots, just because it's for charity and for a good cause and shit like that, does not take away from the subject matter. Trust me, it's definitely straight horrorcore, but then it's for charity too.
Yeah.
It's in my eyes, I was hoping that it could show like motherfuckers that like to hear like that type of music can also have a fucking heart too, and like if I don't know if anybody that's friends with any death metal dudes or fucking horrorcore dudes, that most of them, when you meet them, are fucking great guys. Fucking who we meet, fucking Scum.
Yeah.
The dude Scum from LSP, fucking. He was a smiley motherfucker, but someone that's mean mugging that pit camera the entire time. He's mad cool and happy, but that just shows that people that like do have a heart with our music,
Yeah, and like after the holidays and everything, I dropped the price of it down to $1, and then we're still gonna sell it all year round, and then once it comes up to November, it's gonna get bumped up to $5, but still, like every penny that's made off of it at the end of the year is gonna go to Toys for Tots. And we're gonna make another probably like another EP around, probably before Thanksgiving. We're probably gonna call it more Horrorcore for Tots, and we're just gonna keep like kind of like that kind of tradition going with it. And like same thing, beginning of the new year, price drops so that everybody can buy it if they want to. But once it comes around for the holidays and stuff, because I think it matters.
Yeah.
Fucking help shit out. So.
And it's just a cool feeling to have, because I've dropped like dollar bills and like the little drop offs and stuff like that before, like everybody has, but like to actually orchestrate stuff like this and then like sell it completely, like it cost us money to fucking put it together, and just to selflessly do something like that on our own without anybody like telling us to do it, it was a good feeling for me too. It was a nice morale booster for us.
Yeah, like I said, when I first found out about y'all, and I like started like looking around at a Bandcamp after I found your Facebook page, I'm like, that like hit me right away. Not the self-titled EP, but just that Horrorcore for Tots and reading it that was charity. I'm like, you don't see a lot of people doing that anymore. Like, that's just something Not a lot of people. Everybody's more or less worried about the dollar nowadays, or trying to save as much money. And for y'all to put together an EP and release it just for charity, all money going to them. That's just like, I was like, dude, that's definitely something that I can get behind and support.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's again, I hope, and we hope that next year is going to be bigger.
Yeah.
So.
All right, self-titled EP.
Self-titled EP. Well, the self-titled EP started out with his solo track "Hate Me," because like we said, he had started meeting up with our producer before we'd gotten together, and he started working on that track, and then we got together, and then we started working on "Betrayer," and like it was it was a cool song. And then also in the meantime, he was working on a couple of beats that he had. He had Pathogen, which at the time we didn't know was Pathogen, and same with Side Eye. And so right there we got 4 songs. And then like we were still kind of like feeling each other out, because we were to the point where like this was our last shot. This is the last go around that we're gonna try with this. Like we both were without really telling each other.
Yep.
And then fucking, like, and we kind of dragged ass a little bit. It took us like, what, a fucking year to put it out, to get it all done and put out.
Yeah, but honestly, it really was, like he was saying, we were feeling each other out, and it was almost like an experiment with us. Like, what could we do? Well, what can we do with this? Like, how can we put together? That's why we were actually we were talking with our producer Drift, and he was saying like the EP seems like disjointed, like it could be like a mixtape almost, but we kind of like that though, because it was like there's tracks on there like Betrayer, which was really hard, really like straight to the throat. Then we have shit like fucking Haunted, where we actually have a local girl singing on it for us, and we all worked together and put the hook together too. So that it was definitely a really cool experience to fucking finally have a EP and like be able to be proud of. So that was dope.
Yeah, I think we were just kind of looking at the end game of like having something pressed up, because I mean like I've recorded demos, I have songs out there, I have lost songs out there that I don't even have. And then, like, I think the closest thing I ever got on was fucking my buddy's fucking EP that he released, like, back in 2003.
Yeah, something like that.
And, like, I wasn't even really on it, I just did, like, a couple of hooks. And
yeah, like, I've released, like, EPs before with other groups and stuff like that. And we did a couple of shows and stuff, but this is the first time that we took it, that I took it seriously, and I had a partner that actually agreed with like what dedication meant. So putting it together, we saw after the final product, we looked at it, we're like, we got something here. Let's keep rolling with it, and so far it's been going pretty well.
yeah, because like, yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Alright, when I was at the show Saturday, the last song that you performed, Bastards.
Bastards. You're a fucking bastard.
That song, like, the crowd, like, the minute it played, and, like, me being new, I hadn't really heard too much, and, like, the minute, like, y'all started it, the crowd started, like, singing the chorus, and it was, like, it erupted, like, I'm like, this is, like, awesome, like, how did that song come out? Like, did you know, like, it could possibly be, like, a fan favorite, or is it just, like, some random thing?
First of all, that is produced by the Evilist. Big shout out to the Evilist, that motherfucker. Dope. And actually, Bastards was actually going to be, like, a bonus track.
Yeah.
That's kind of why Bastards is the last track on the EP. Because when we did it, we thought it was funny, and we have it with our boys D and Drama Man, and then we just kind of I think we're trying to put a set together for our first show together.
And we were thinking, like, let's do Bastards. It was like, but, I mean, you know, we had a pre-made beat, and to, like, go in and try to, like, cut it and everything, it's just like, ah, man, this sucks. But, I mean, we did it, and we've always wanted to do it with the other dudes, but, you know, you can never get them both at the same show, so we just continued to do it, and, like, you know, how you said, everybody started erupting. Like, we don't want to end our shows with, like, this super sad, meaningful song. Like, we'd rather fucking, like you know,
leave
pump
it
you
on a
up
high
and
note.
fucking-
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna
we
say,
just did a couple blasts of cocaine.
that was sure enough, like,
I feel like rule going on.
like Saturday when y'all came out stage, it's like the show was just beginning. Like,
Yeah, right.
like everybody wanted you to stay up there and like encore, and I'm like,
Yeah, dude. I remember the first time when we did Bastards in Buffalo, fucking like when I was started doing the hook, and I was like looking into the crowd, there was like people like go Bastards, and I'm just like, are they really doing it? Oh, okay, let's keep going. Let's keep rolling with it, cause like me and him like for fat dudes, we're pretty energetic on stage, just because. Look, if the crowd sees that you're having a fucking blast, having a good time on stage, they're just gonna by nature, just be like, oh, they're having fun. And then they're just gonna start fucking romping and shit. Then that's what Bastards is good for. Let's just have a good time. Like, you're a fucking bastard. I'm a bastard, you're a bastard, he's a bastard.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be one of those songs that just never comes off of the playlist when we
Yeah.
go live.
Until
At least not for a long time.
Yeah.
Until, like, you know, we get Bastards 2 or something.
Dun, dun, dun. What?
I don't know.
No. Spoilers!
this did not happen. It's not coming out. Not yet.